I stumbled across quite the obscure horror game with a rather small audience that piqued my interest. I was digging through my secret files of trusted resources when I found the title Beloved Juice. Curious of what it was, I followed a link that led me to a recorded live stream from a streamer named Yai Gameworks. Doing a bit more research, I found that Yai Gameworks is primarily an indie horror game developer who has quite the large collection of published games on Steam. Congratulations, Yai, you've caught my attention. I didn't want to spoil the game, so I quickly dug through his Steam library to find and download the mystery title Beloved Juice, but my search was unsuccessful. The game was nowhere to be found and I was left a bit confused. It was then that I found that the game wasn't missing. The game was never released. Beloved Juice is exclusively streamed on Yai Gameworks Twitch and is only available in 30-minute increments once a week. What's even more interesting is the game is controlled by the audience sending messages through Twitch chat. The speed and length at which we can venture through this game is up to us. Can we come together to solve the mysterious title Beloved Juice? Well, let's see what it's all about. Loading the game, we meet our protagonist, a little girl who claims that her and her father are excited to acquire some mysterious substance known as Beloved Juice. The background is filled with cheerful music, and we sing ourselves a little self-made nursery rhyme. Beloved Juice, the perfect beverage to quench all your thirst. Beloved Juice, just sip this happy blend and you'll be wholly nursed. We get thrown into the game and are free to move around your room. I really enjoy how the textures feel as if it's an old school staticky TV, and this theme actually appears in different ways throughout the game. While the background music is very upbeat, it is filled with rather disturbing lyrics. Just take a listen. The room is dim with a spotlight on the corner. I'm unsure of what triggered it, cause the chat is honestly a mess, but suddenly the screen goes black and we hear a strange laugh. The game resets and I guess someone turned the lights on. We walk to the door and get ready to ask Dad for some Beloved Juice. We walk out to the hallway and get greeted to this. The music changes and a disfigured man lurks in the shadows. This is Daddy, and he has quite the interesting dialect when he speaks. Dad wants us to clean our room first, and I'm gonna listen to this guy, so that's what we go and do. We go back and clean our room, but upon revisiting the hallway, Dad is missing. We venture to the living room and get a new change of music. Nothing too particular jumps out in these rooms, just TVs and cat couches, but the neighboring room is interesting. It's a large art room with multiple stations for different forms of art. We see a VHS tape on the ground in the corner. We pick it up and go to play it, and I will warn, this is what drew me into the story. The tape is quite long, so I will only play the interesting parts, but things are getting a little weird. Enjoy. We leave the room and the 30-minute time window is up. We hear the same voice from earlier speak the following.
The cassette path has been chosen.
The next stream begins with a cutscene of the girl. She gets tired of waiting for Dad, so she decided to look for some beloved juice by herself. We walk through what appears to be a closet in the girl's room to an empty room with cameras and outfits. I'ma just skip this for now, but there seems to be a different assortment of uniforms, so whatever this setup is unknown. Walking further, we find another character. I guess for now, we can call him the Candleman. Talking to him, we not only confirm that this is the girl's closet, but he also begins to tell us that he is not okay. We offer to help him leave, but he expressed that he can't. He doesn't explain why, but he mentions that it's not our fault. It seems only logical that he's held captive by our father, but why? We search further and find a present with a key inside of it. We try and leave the room, but it seems we're sent back in each time. The time window for the stream eventually diminishes, and we hear a new end message.
Hollow didn't escape the closet. Route selected.
The next stream begins, and we're greeted with more lore surrounding the Candleman. He mentions that he enjoys life in the closet. He has a roof over his head and is fed every day. We find out that the glitch of not being able to leave the room is intentional. No one can leave the room as long as his candle is lit. He tells us to blow out his candle so we can leave this prison built for him. He mentions it will hurt, but insists you do it anyways. I honestly didn't expect such a depressing lore to this game. It's okay. I'm used to being hurt. At the end of the interaction, the Candleman says, "You never change, do you?" Maybe that was a problem from the start. We ask him what he means, but it's too late. We blew out his candle. We leave and head back to the living room, where we are now able to unlock the door with the key found in the present. This leads us to some obscure, flooded room with fish swimming beside us. One door is locked, but the other sends us to an eerie kitchen. Walking further, we find a colossal woman turned away. She is dressed in all black with complimentary long black hair. Wonder what happens if we walk up to her. She turns and we find her eyes hollow with scratches scarring her face. It's creepy, to say the least. We find that this is our character's mother. Good God. We really do have quite the duo of parents here, huh? We ask where Dad is and get told that we do know where he is. We insist that we really don't, but get berated and left with no immediate answer. We are then told to get ready for dinner, and to make sure we are following instructions. Not too sure what this means yet, but whatever it is, we reply yes. We begin to make our way back to our room, but before reaching the door, the screen goes black and reappears with a decapitated woman on the road. Above her head lies a chilling smile, and the text appears to be random words of belittlement. Some of these consist of, "Those who seek godliness are themselves not gods. You're trapped in a cycle of meaningless mediocrity. You've never had an original thought. And to conclude it all, buy beloved juice. It will cheat you to happiness." We get sent back to the living room and the time ticks down. There seems to be nothing left to do, and we get our expected voice at the end of the live stream.
Meaningless mediocrity path selected.
So far, this is it. This series is wildly obscure, and I'm excited to see how it progresses. There really isn't much to go off yet, but here's my quick theory. It seems that this girl is very sick, and I wouldn't be surprised if Beloved Juice concludes with revealing that this is all through the eyes of a mental illness. A couple things lead me to this thinking. One being that besides for an unnaturally large closet and a walking candleman, the game doesn't portray itself as mythical. The world is normal and a seemingly normal house. The candleman is obviously an exception, but I'm more drawn to the water-filled room with fish. This completely misses the theme of the game and the other rooms, and I wonder if this is just visions from the girl. Another interesting note is the mother asking if we have been following instructions. This could very well be medication that we need to take. She's asking if we have been following our pill plan. I'm really drawn to this theory because it seems as if all characters are always insulting or critiquing the girl. The mother calls her a bitch, the candleman mentions that her problems come from her lack of change, and the mysterious apparition is filled with belittling thoughts. It almost seems as if the girl is creating these characters to speak her thoughts to her. Another mystery that is yet to be solved is, where is Dad? We mention it to Mom, and she just laughs and acts like we should know where he is. A quick theory being that he died, thus causing the girl to descend into madness, but this could go in a million different directions. Luckily, there is a new stream every Saturday, and I will leave links to both Yai Gameworks' Twitch and his YouTube in the description. Depending on the content in each stream, it may be a couple weeks before we revisit the story. We only uncover small pieces of lore each time, since the speed at which a Twitch chat can progress is minimal. Stay tuned for more episodes about this series, and hopefully we can finally uncover the mystery behind what the hell is beloved juice. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I cover disturbing and creepy things in games, so if you like what I post, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications. I would also appreciate it greatly if you could leave a like. I spend days making these videos, and liking helps push my content to new users. Thank you all again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.